Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today I have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe online cyber network. Disclaimer. This essay is intended for educational purposes only. The information presented here is not intended to be, nor should it be construed as, legal advice or a comprehensive guide to cybersecurity. Always consult with qualified professionals for specific guidance on cybersecurity matters. The internet has revolutionized our world, connecting us in ways unimaginable just a few decades ago. But this interconnectedness also brings vulnerabilities. Cyber attacks are a growing threat, and among the most disruptive are distributed denial of service, or DDoS attacks. These attacks exploit the very nature of the internet, overwhelming systems with a deluge of traffic and causing widespread disruption. DDoS attacks are not new. They have been around for over 2 decades, evolving alongside the internet itself. Early DDoS attacks were relatively unsophisticated, often relying on sheer numbers of compromised computers to flood a target network. However, as technology advanced, so too did the methods and sophistication of DDoS attacks. The rise of botnets, networks of compromised computers controlled remotely by attackers, significantly amplified the power of DDoS attacks. Botnets can be massive, comprising hundreds of thousands or even millions of devices, making them formidable weapons in the hands of cybercriminals. The year 2025 has witnessed an alarming surge in DDoS attacks, both in terms of frequency and intensity. Attackers are constantly refining their techniques, leveraging new technologies and vulnerabilities to launch increasingly sophisticated attacks. The motivation behind these attacks varies. Some are driven by financial gain, aiming to extort money from businesses or disrupt competitors. Others are politically motivated, seeking to silence dissent or disrupt critical infrastructure. The increasing availability of DDoS for hire services on the dark web has lowered the barrier to entry for would-be attackers. This has led to a proliferation of DDoS attacks, with even relatively unsophisticated actors able to launch disruptive attacks. A DDoS attack, or distributed denial of service attack, aims to overwhelm a target system with an immense amount of traffic from multiple sources, rendering it inaccessible to legitimate users. This type of cyber assault can cripple websites, online services, and even entire networks. Imagine a busy store suddenly flooded with thousands of people trying to enter simultaneously. The chaos and congestion would make it impossible for the store to function normally. The sheer volume of people would overwhelm the store's capacity, making it impossible for legitimate customers to enter. This is similar to how a DDoS attack overwhelms a network, preventing genuine users from accessing the services they need. There are various types of DDoS attacks, each targeting different vulnerabilities in a target system's infrastructure. Some common types include volumetric attacks, protocol attacks, and application layer attacks. Volumetric attacks. These attacks flood the target network with a massive volume of traffic, overwhelming its bandwidth capacity. This can be compared to a dam being overwhelmed by a sudden surge of water, causing it to overflow. Protocol attacks. These attacks exploit vulnerabilities in specific network protocols, such as TCP or UDP, to consume server resources and cause a denial of service. By targeting these protocols, attackers can disrupt the normal functioning of the network. Application layer attacks. These attacks target specific applications or services running on a server, exploiting vulnerabilities to consume resources and crash the application. This is akin to a saboteur finding a weak spot in a machine and causing it to malfunction. To defend against these attacks, organizations employ various mitigation strategies, such as traffic filtering, rate limiting, and deploying DDoS protection services. These measures help to identify and block malicious traffic, ensuring that legitimate users can still access the services they need. Understanding the anatomy of a DDoS attack is crucial for developing effective defenses. By recognizing the different types of attacks and their methods, organizations can better protect their networks and ensure continuous service availability. The year 2025 has already witnessed several high-profile DDoS attacks that have made headlines and highlighted the growing threat posed by these attacks. In January, a massive DDoS attack disrupted several major financial institutions in the United States, causing widespread service outages and impacting millions of customers. In March, a series of coordinated DDoS attacks targeted government websites and critical infrastructure in several European countries. These attacks caused significant disruption, highlighting the potential of DDoS attacks to impact national security and public safety. Collateral damage impact across industries. DDoS attacks can have devastating consequences for businesses and organizations of all sizes. These attacks can bring operations to a grinding halt, leaving employees and customers in a state of frustration and uncertainty. The financial impact alone can be significant, with businesses losing revenue due to service outages, recovery costs, and reputational damage. The ripple effects can be felt across the entire organization, from the IT department to customer service. Beyond the financial impact, DDoS attacks can also erode customer trust, disrupt operations, and even compromise sensitive data. Customers may lose faith in a company's ability to protect their information, leading to long-term damage to the brand. Certain sectors are particularly vulnerable to DDoS attacks, including finance, healthcare, and government. These sectors are critical to the functioning of society, and any disruption can have far-reaching consequences. Financial institutions rely heavily on their online systems for transactions and customer service. A DDoS attack can bring these systems down, causing significant financial losses and damaging customer trust. DDoS attacks can disrupt these systems, causing financial losses and damaging customer trust. The impact can be felt not just by the bank, but by its customers who rely on these services for their daily financial needs. Hospitals and healthcare providers are increasingly reliant on technology for patient care, including electronic health records and critical medical devices. Any disruption to these systems can have serious consequences for patient care. DDoS attacks can disrupt these systems, potentially impacting patient safety. In a healthcare setting, even a brief disruption can mean the difference between life and death. Government agencies hold sensitive data and provide essential services to citizens. A DDoS attack can disrupt these services, causing public inconvenience and potentially compromising national security. DDoS attacks can disrupt these services, causing public inconvenience and potentially compromising national security. The impact can be felt not just by the government, but by the citizens who rely on these services for their daily lives. Building your defenses. While the threat of DDoS attacks is real and growing, there are steps that organizations can take to mitigate their risk and protect themselves from these attacks. Some key preventive measures include network security best practices, cloud-based DDoS protection, and incident response planning. Implementing robust network security measures, such as firewalls, is essential. Firewalls act as a barrier between your internal network and external threats, filtering out malicious traffic. Intrusion detection and prevention systems are also critical. These systems monitor network traffic for suspicious activity and can automatically block potential threats. Content delivery networks, or CDNs, distribute traffic across multiple servers, reducing the impact of a DDoS attack by balancing the load. Leveraging cloud-based DDoS protection services can provide organizations with access to sophisticated mitigation technologies. These services are designed to detect and neutralize threats before they reach your network. Additionally, cloud-based solutions offer the scalability to handle even large-scale attacks, ensuring that your defenses can grow with the threat landscape. Developing and testing a comprehensive incident response plan is crucial for organizations to effectively respond to and recover from a DDoS attack. This plan should include steps for detection, containment, eradication, and recovery, ensuring that your team is prepared for any scenario. Cybersecurity in a hyper-connected world. In today's hyper-connected world, cybersecurity is no longer an IT issue. It is a business imperative. Organizations must adopt a proactive and comprehensive approach to cybersecurity, incorporating it into their overall risk management strategy. This includes investing in robust cybersecurity technologies, implementing strong security policies and procedures, and providing ongoing cybersecurity awareness training to employees, staying ahead of the DDoS threat. The threat of DDoS attacks is constantly evolving, with attackers continuously developing new techniques and exploiting new vulnerabilities. Staying ahead of this threat requires a proactive and vigilant approach to cybersecurity. Organizations must stay informed about the latest DDoS attack trends, vulnerabilities, and mitigation techniques. They must also partner with cybersecurity experts and leverage threat intelligence to anticipate and proactively address emerging threats. The future of the internet depends on our collective ability to secure it from those who seek to exploit it. By working together, we can build a more secure and resilient digital world. Thanks for watching and learning with me. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I value your feedback. Cyber Network.